I'm the president for the Roosevelt Chamber of Commerce. My name is John F. Boyd Sr., and I want to invite you out to our Unity 5K Strong Island Run and Fun Walk against COVID-19 on October the 10th, Saturday at 8 a.m., rain or shine. We want to bring attention to the disproportionate number of deaths that happened in our communities from COVID-19 during the pandemic. I want to ask you all to support us with this COVID initiative that we have in our communities that will bring attention to the disparities of African Americans in relationship to hypertension, diabetes, other medical issues, and the disproportionate rate of African American deaths. We're putting on a 5K run on Saturday, October the 10th in Roosevelt at 380 Nassau Road, a 3.1-mile run, and we're asking you to please come out and help support this event. We want to ask you to go to our elitefeats.com, Strong Island, and register. Come out and support the event. Have a good time. Help us get the word out in our community. And we want to also thank our sponsors for helping us this event: the Roosevelt Chamber of Commerce, Long Island Health and Family Services, Boyd Builders, JW Security, African American Media Network, and Bethpage Federal Credit Union. And all the other support that we did not get to mention, we want to thank you also. Have a good time.
Can you hear me? I would like to say good morning, everyone. Bishop Fabian the first. I'm married to the lovely lady, Dr. Regina Williams, and we are blessed to be here with our church family, Kingdom Family Ministry, and we are blessed to be here with Roosevelt Chambers of Commerce. We are here for this COVID war, and I'm grateful that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and of a sound mind. We are fighting against COVID-19. That's why we have sponsored at our church COVID-19 antibody testing. And I want to say that we are grateful and we thank God for so many who have come and ready to run. And I want you to know, run with faith, knowing that this virus will not defeat us, because Christ's divine provision will always protect us. If you believe, God will keep you, because all things are possible to those that believe. I thank God for the president of Roosevelt Chambers of Commerce. I thank God, amen, for our brother Guilty and everyone that is here to make this possible. I give God all the praise and the glory. Thank you so much. Amen. Yeah. You gonna do this one? Okay. Listen, he said he don't have no proliferator, but I'm here to tell you all is well. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Be blessed.
My name is David Nemiroff. I am the President and CEO of the Long Island Federally Qualified Health Center, and we host a health center in the Roosevelt Community Health Center. And I'm here to talk to you about the Fun, Run, Walk that's occurring on October 10th. It's our pleasure to be part of such an organization with the Roosevelt Chamber to really highlight the needs of our community and to say that good health is one of the best ways to prevent the spread of COVID and other diseases. The underlying conditions that we're trying to combat here at the health centers that can really affect people with COVID are asthma, diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease, and many more. We want to make sure that you have a nutritious diet and a healthy lifestyle so that we can prevent the next wave of COVID. So please come out, walk, run, enjoy, have a great day, and please take care of yourself.
Good morning. I am Bishop Fabian E. Williams I. I pastor Kingdom Family Ministry, 306 Uniondale Avenue in Uniondale, and I am excited to be here today just to elaborate and communicate pertaining to COVID-19. COVID-19, I'm fighting against it because most people need to be educated in our community pertaining to this bacteria, this germ, this virus that has already killed so many, but once we become educated, we'll be able to prevent ourselves with the understanding on how to handle things. So I'm grateful to be in the community of Roosevelt. I am alumni of Roosevelt High School, and I'm also a resident of Roosevelt. And I'm just blessed to be here, to be with my community, as I call my family, that we'll be able to fight against this bacteria, this virus. We have the victory because I have faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. And God is the one that keeps us insulated from being defeated by COVID-19. So I'm happy.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lionel Chitty. I'm the Executive Director for the Nassau County Office of Minority Affairs. We are ecstatic to be here in Roosevelt, 380 Nassau Road, here to celebrate our 5K walk and run for COVID-19. As we all know, communities of color were hit extremely hard by this pandemic, and we're all out here as a community, all supporting each other to make sure that we can all work together and we will get through this. Again, thank you so much to all the vendors, the Chamber of Commerce, and all the sponsors. We're ecstatic to be here working together to get through this. Thank you so much.
Under the leadership of our President Donald John Trump, 212,000 Americans have died of the coronavirus. That number should be much lower, but when we have leadership that refuses to wear a mask, discourages people to wear a mask unless they're forced to, this is what happens. I am so proud of the Roosevelt Chamber of Commerce taking the lead to show that we must take a stand and fight against COVID-19. Wear our mask, wash our hands, do not touch our face, and fight this great tide of coronavirus and racism virus that is spreading throughout the land. Black and brown people are also dying disproportionately within this coronavirus crisis. When we look at those on the front lines, we see that nearly 63% of those on those front lines are black and brown people who have died of the coronavirus. So we support this run for COVID-19, and we want to run and catch that vision of victory and never give up, and realize that we will make it through this coronavirus crisis and this racism crisis. We will move forward and make a difference. Brother Sean, thank you so much, and God bless you.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on this morning with the Roosevelt Chamber of Commerce. My name is Dr. Regina Williams, and I serve as the Deputy Director for Nassau County Office of Minority Affairs. We're here to support our honorees, for doing a great job trying to support our community. It's so important that we look at what was going on in our world and our surrounding local areas and really pay attention. One of the things that we don't always do well, and that is come together. It's important that when it's something that affects everybody, it necessitates all of us to come together. COVID-19 has affected all of our families, our loved ones, those that we've worked with, and it's critical that we take the time to support one another in this fight. What fight do we have? It's the fight of togetherness. It's the fight of unity. If nothing else, it's pushing us to come together and do what we do best, and that's undergird one another. All of our communities, we've allowed each and every one of us to just do something positive at this time period. And this morning is designated to make sure that the world knows that Roosevelt stands firm and strong. Thank you so much, and continue to have an awesome day.
Hi, my name is David Nemiroff. I'm the President and CEO of the Long Island Federally Qualified Health Centers here in Roosevelt. And we think it's really important to fight COVID-19 so that people can stay happy and healthy. We want our community to thrive and strive for goals beyond belief. We think the Roosevelt community deserves more than most because of all the stuff that they've been through. They are strong, they are resilient, and we are here to help you no matter what the challenge. Insurance, no insurance, come see our providers. They are here to care for you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Well, during the height of the COVID pandemic, the Chamber of Commerce received a lot of phone calls, specifically to John Boyd, the president. And what happened was the police basically were not able to respond to some of the calls that they used to be able to respond to before the COVID. So like welfare checks to check on the well-being of different members of the community. When the calls started to come into Mr. Boyd, he reached out to me because I had the security company, and my company actually took on that task of driving around in the community, making sure everyone was safe and doing some welfare checks at various people's homes. Well, with the COVID situation, what we came to realize that we have to provide our own public safety at times when the police aren't. So that started because of a necessity, but we're going to continue to do that in the community because we have to provide our own public safety. Sometimes when things happen, as we found out, this is well documented, the police just weren't able to provide that. So we rallied up, and we're going to provide our own public safety within our community. So this is something that we're going to continue to do when the need presents itself.
When it comes to fighting COVID, it's very important that we, first of all, protect ourselves from COVID with our masks and also with the social distancing. It's very important. We have lost a lot of elderly, we have lost a lot of sick people with secondary conditions, so it's very important that we continue to stay mindful and to stay healthy, in our community. Being a veteran, who have traveled all the different areas and around the world, and seeing the sicknesses that we have, you know, with the CDC, it's very important that we listen to our scientists. And with that being said, I'd like to say thank you.
Well, it's so important that we fight COVID-19 for the simple fact there's a lot of lives being lost. There's a lot of lives being lost in disproportionate communities as well as other communities. We are here to run. I thank the Chamber of Commerce for putting this together, the African American Media Network, and everybody else that joined together to make this joyous occasion happen. We are here to let them know that we still live. It's a struggle against COVID-19 as well as other conditions. We will not stop the fight. That being said, thank you for having me, and I support it to the end.
I'm Nassau County Legislator Steve Rhodes. I have the honor of being chairman of the Minority Affairs Committee for the Nassau County Legislature. I'm here today to help support the 5K Strong United Run Against COVID. It's so important that we raise awareness, and I want to thank the Roosevelt Chamber of Commerce and all the sponsors. It's so important that we raise awareness. Not only everyone knows about COVID-19, but the risk factors behind COVID-19. And the fact that we need to do more to make sure that people are aware not only of those risk factors, but of the key to information, quality nutrition, and access to health care that are critical in making sure we protect all of our communities, particularly the African American community, against COVID-19 moving forward. So, you know, anything helps to raise that awareness, I absolutely want to be a part of. And again, I want to thank the Roosevelt Chamber of Commerce and all involved in setting up today's run, and all of our participants and sponsors. They did an amazing job. Thanks.
James, you just finished the marathon. What you gonna do now? I'm going to Magic City. No. But seriously, you know, I'm glad that I was able to run this marathon today with elite feats and all of the runners that are doing the virtual run and all the runners that came out and went live with us. You know, I want to thank everybody who supported this initiative to fight COVID, because truly we do not want to continue with just sitting home feeling helpless and hiding and sanitizing. You know, the people who have been afflicted with the underlying diseases that COVID is an opportunistic virus that attacks, we want to give honor to them. We want to give honor to all of the 210,000 people that have passed. And we want to give honor to the people who are struggling with the underlying diseases of cardiovascular, diabetes, hypertension, asthma, and obesity. We want to give them the courage that they can get out and run, they can get out and walk, and they can have a nutritious diet, and they can build their immune system from these things, and they'll be able to fight off that virus. Because there's a number of studies and there are a number of treatments, but the number one thing that I've heard combination is a strong immune system. So we want to make sure that you understand that the Long Island Health Centers, who are the sponsors, the Dolan Foundation and Bethpage Credit Union and Boyd Builders and JW Security, we all care about your well-being and your health. And moving forward, we're at the beginning of a slight uptick, which would be the second wave, so to speak. So we want to tell you once again, wear your mask, please, sanitize, and social distance, and we can get there. We can definitely get there.
It is always nice to recognize people who have found extra time to tell for others. And this time we're going to talk about Pastor and Williams. Would you come and join us? I'm dressed like this. I wasn't going to walk, but I said, well, I must dress like I'm walking. So, Pastor, on the occasion of this day, as we're calling it the 5K run, it is, because we're here. And certainly we thank you on behalf of the town of Hempstead, and certainly as your senior councilwoman, and all of the residents that you helped. That you put Mr. Boyd did a fantastic job. He's a hard worker. So thank you so very, very much for that work. So this is a certificate of recognition that we're presenting to you today for all the hard work that you did. So thank you. Thank you so very much. And as behalf of this organization and your leader here, and it's wonderful to have you. So we'll take a picture with everybody there in this picture. That's what it means to go. Dixon. Jacob? Always to have young men work in the community and do things that will help all of us. It's wonderful that we can do that. So thank you, Jacob, on behalf of the town of Hempstead and especially me, as the senior councilwoman for the town of Hempstead. Thank you so much, and all of those people that you helped are doing well. So that's God's choice. Thank you. Jacob? Yeah. And the last one, there's one other person here. I think everybody knows he did work for the town of Hempstead. He had an accident. He wasn't able to do that. But I think the Lord had something else for him to do. He's been busy ever since he left us. And that is Reverend Arthur Mackey Jr.
Reverend Mackey.
I don't think there's too much of anything that he hasn't done since he's been here. So Reverend Mackey, this is for you. On behalf of the town of Hempstead, he used to do all of this, now we have someone else to take care of it. But he worked in communications, so he knows what goes on in the town of Hempstead, and we certainly appreciate you. God bless. All right? Since you're here, and you're the pastor, one of the pastors, so you got 2 minutes. I have to tell him because I know him.
Thank you, Councilwoman Gooseby. I accept this award, and thank you, President of the Chamber of Commerce, John Boyd. Let's give Councilwoman Gooseby and John Boyd a big round of applause. And Pastor Fabian Williams and Jacob Dixon, congratulations. I accept this award on behalf of all of the frontline workers, the soldiers of the cross, who died during this coronavirus crisis, and we will never forget them. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Mackey. Jacob, would you like to come in between the two pastors? Hey, this way you're going to be best, okay?
Thank you, Senior Councilwoman. Good morning, good afternoon. Are we here today? Let's give a round of applause for this amazing event. Our organization has worked with not only the town of Hempstead, but the Chamber of Commerce, Mount Sinai Baptist Church, and others across the community this pandemic to deliver 18,000 meals to seniors aging in place in the community. And that wouldn't have happened without the community standing together. And so we want to continue that work progress, and we thank the Roseville Chamber of Commerce for being that support. And as we have the farmers market that's going in its 9th season, Senior Councilwoman has been in support of that from the beginning, and we want to make sure that continues across. So thank you all so much, and thank you for this honor. Greatly appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you, Councilwoman Dorothy Gooseby, and to the President, John Boyd. I am so wonderfully blessed to be the recipient of receiving this award on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning. I want to say that I am so happy that I am an alumni of Roosevelt High School, and also I was reared up here in Roosevelt. I had started my church at 21 West Raymond Avenue, and we had opened up a food pantry, and we was feeding and clothing our community. Then the Lord had blessed us to matriculate and to relocate there in 306 Uniondale Avenue, where we are getting ready to embark upon restoring and renovating our church. And we are happy that we was the host of COVID-19 antibody-free testing on last month. And we're not afraid of COVID-19 because we walk by faith and not by sight. God bless you and thank you.
Right, thank you. I will tell you some of the things that we have accomplished in the town of Hempstead as well. You know, the COVID testing that you got, we paid for that. For everyone, we have gone throughout the town of Hempstead, and we have paid for that to happen. It is important to me because my district, which you live in, has the highest amount of COVID-19. And to me, that's very, very low. So we have tested so many, and I hope we're still doing it. So would you please, if you have not been tested, please do. As far as food is concerned, we had 2 pantries here in Roosevelt, which is taken care of by Long Island Cares. We also gave over $2 million from the CARES money to a harvest, the food harvest, kids out the food. And we offer that if you know of anyone who is homebound, that they have to be a senior or a vet, or somebody who just can't come. Let us know, and we make sure that they get food delivered to their homes. That's the other one. So we have given quite a bit of money, of the CARES money. Everybody wants it, but you know there's strict restriction because it is federal money, and we have to make sure that we do whatever it is that the federal government does. I know we need money for our schools. We're trying very, very hard to get it, especially from our schools here, because they need it more than anyone else. Well, let me tell you, things have not changed. As soon as they found out that that was happening, every school in the town of Hempstead is asking for money. And we have a problem with that. And you know why we have a problem. So we haven't given up. We're going to do the best we can, and you just help us. Okay, if I call, Mr. Boyd knows to come. Now, with the other portion of it, we have food. We have called the PPE. I guess most of you know what that is. It's a box which gives you everything that you need. And it is being given to small businesses. You have to have an EIN number. Mr. Boyd and those are going to help give this out today. And you will know that it is there for you. You must call the town of Hempstead. There's a number here. Go on the website, pick up that number so that you can get the application and apply. All right? So Mr. Boyd has many on next Saturday, on the 17th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Town Hall Plaza. We will be there so that we can show you what it is. It has face masks. It has everything you can think of that you would need. All right? Well, Mr. Boyd has these, and he has someone that will help him. We want all of the Chamber of Commerce from Hempstead, from Uniondale, Roosevelt, and Lakewood. That's my district, and that's what I want you to do. I want you to come and tell people who have small businesses, let them know that it's there for them. And you may have to pick it up from another place, but we will have some there because I don't know how many people are coming. But it's there for you, small businesses, okay? And make sure that you come, right? Now, let's have a photograph with all of our winners and our awardees. Oh, okay. Well, we have 1 or 2 people that they came here and got in the run. They couldn't bother them. We did not break any of the rules that the government has set up because they did it on their own without a whole group. So thank you so much. And I hope all of you are aware of what's going on. We have a problem now in areas that it should not be because they did not follow the rules. We have a big outbreak in a portion of our community. We don't want it here. So thank you so much for making sure that you do what you have to do. So the runners can come up right over here. So as soon as I finish with this, I will do you too. Okay? So let's do it together. Minority Affairs, Mr. Chisholm, would you come over? I know you have something you want to give out. Let me do this first.
Thank you so much, Senior Councilwoman Guzby. Again, it's a beautiful day here. I'm ecstatic to be here. I lived in Roosevelt. I grew up here. I remember when Nassau Road started to change. I remember when this health center was in a vacant building for years. And it's a beautiful thing to see that things are changing, things are progressing, and that the community is coming together. Again, I do have some citations here. We do have some wonderful folks here who have been working diligently for the community, but I'll just hold it for 1 minute so the senior councilwoman can take her pictures, and I'll be quick, folks. Councilwoman Guzby is always a tough act to follow. I just have a couple of citations here. Our first one is for Jacob Dixon, CEO of Choice for All. Jacob, we've been working diligently, reaching out. When I took a walk through Roosevelt, looking at some of the safety issues and concerns that we're looking to address. I know you've been working hard to address some of the food insecurities. With my help of County Executive Laura Kern and myself, congratulations. Again, thank you so very much for your efforts. Bishop Fabian Williams for taking the time, working with the town of Hempstead and doing that COVID testing and also the antibody testing. On behalf of County Executive Laura Kern, we'd like to offer you this citation and appreciation for all the efforts that you've been doing with the community. Thank you so very much. Reverend Mackey, I can't say enough for all the work you've done, your family, everything that you've done in the community, keeping everybody apprised of what's going on, holding everybody together and keeping them aware of what's going on. On behalf of myself and the County Executive Laura Kern, a little token of our appreciation. Thank you so very much. Thank you. And last but not least, I have a citation here. John Boyd, could you step forward, please? Woo! Woo! I ran the Hicksville Chamber of Commerce for 9+ years, so there's a special place in my heart for any Chamber of Commerce. It represents the small businesses. The small businesses are the gears that keep our communities functioning. It's the economic engine. For all you do with the Roosevelt Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to offer you the citation on behalf of County Executive Laura Kern and myself. Thank you again for all that you do. Please, everybody, please continue to support your small businesses and the organizations and the individuals here and anybody else that's here for the community. Thank you again so very much.
We are Roosevelt.
We are Roosevelt.
Woo! You know, one thing, I never take credit for what I do because I do it from the heart. But as he mentioned this building, I know many of you realize and remember that it was just a structure. Remember? We had problems with the structure. It was a red just standing up. Good. Well, I am responsible for this building and responsible for these parking lots. All right? That is mine. So I wanted Roosevelt to have better. better than what they have, so we're still here working at that. Even though some people don't know all the things that have been accomplished, but we have accomplished a lot with the people who know what we're doing. And as long as we learn how to work together and not tear each other down, we will continue to work. Someone calls themselves concerned citizens of Roosevelt, but I don't know who they are. We would like to have people help us and not work it against us. Now, when they talk about, what's it, 509, is it not 509? What's the number? 380. 380. Nassau, no, I guess another piece of property that we sold. What's the name? Okay. 509. Someone's complaining about this. Well, one thing that I do before anything that's important that happens in this community, I call a meeting. That property, we had a meeting, and many of you came. You were happy with what we did. We finally got it so we could have money. But let me tell you, as long as it's sitting there, it is not gaining any taxes. One of the things that I make sure that is done, that anything that comes into Roosevelt has to go on the tax roll. Now, they promised us that we were getting some money from this building. It hasn't happened yet. But the money from the land that we sold over here across the street of Devil Boys, we did get that money, and it's put in a special pot just for Roosevelt. So, everything, no, they know. They don't fool with me with that. So, the money that's going to come from the property that we sold up there will go into that same pot. And when we get to the point that we are going to use it for something, you will know. I call a meeting. When I call the meeting, you come. And I really think it's bad when we have people that don't give their names, so you can't even talk to them. They don't know what's going on. We can understand that. If you don't know, please ask. You have Mr. Boyd is one of those people who will let me know what's happening. Now, up to you, sir. This week, thank you so much for what you're doing for this building, and thank you for being a good partner.
Thank you, Senior Councilwoman. My name is David Nemiroff. I'm the President and CEO of the Long Island Federally Qualified Health Centers. We operate the Roosevelt Community Health Center. We want to just thank the community for coming out. We are here to serve you regardless of the ability to pay. So we take anybody, if they have insurance or no insurance. We are here to stay in the community and to work with Senior Councilwoman Guzman, President John Boyd. Whatever the community needs, we will try to do on a health basis. Sandra, one of our outreach workers, is here, so she can give you some information. But thank you guys for coming. It's a beautiful day, and long live Roosevelt. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. I know that you're doing a fantastic job for the residents that live here, not only in Roosevelt, but in Hempstead. And so I like that, because it's all my district, and we must be taken care of. Thank you.
Oh, get out of here. She just said it.
Senior Councilwoman, before you leave, we really want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Every time that we call on you from Roosevelt for any support, you're always here. And we really want to say thank you, because it's somebody that we can depend on, and we know that Roosevelt will always be first. Thank you again, and I know you have a trip that you have to go on to. You took time out your schedule. Travel safely. Bye-bye. Mr. Chitty, I know that you're a busy person. You're on vacation, and when we reached out to you to tell you that we had this event, you took time out your busy schedule to be here today to acknowledge people in our community that has put in hard work during our COVID-19 pandemic. And I just want to tell you, thank you for coming out, and it won't be the last time. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Take care. The man of the day, David Nemiroff, please step forward. A lot of people sometimes want to make relationships about color and race. I'm here to tell you that that doesn't come into play here in Roosevelt. This man is our diamond sponsor. which means that he donated $5,000 to this event. Every time that we ask him to help us help our community, buying toys for the kids for the Winter Wonderland, the Unity in the Community event, if we need to buy water or pay for advertising or whatever the case might be, he never hesitates, doesn't stutter. He says, John, I want to help. What do you need? And I'm just saying to you, if you support the chamber, please continue to support him because he's a good guy. And color and race doesn't come into play here. I never felt it, and if I did, I would let you know. But he's truly a good guy. So thank you, David. Appreciate you. Keep up the good work. Take care. All our recipients up here, the chamber wants to make a special award to you financially. However, because the treasurer, Ms. D. Kelly, hasn't had an opportunity to tally everything up, when we get that straightened out, we'll have a subsequent event to make an announcement that we're going to give you all part of the proceeds that we received from COVID-19 from David Nemiroff and other sponsors that help sponsor this event to help you continue to fight. So we want David and people, what their money is doing, is actually getting to the community. Thank you for coming. And your awards were well deserved. Thank you. Everybody, it's about 10 o'clock. I think around about 10:30 or 11, we'll probably start wrapping it up because if you don't know, we had to make lemonade out of lemons. The governor came down with a directive that kind of shut our event down. But God be willing, and if this COVID situation is under control, we're going to do it again in 6 months from now at our Memorial Day event. So just look out for our notifications and please come back again and support it and just enjoy. But before you leave, go by and see Jacob Dixon at the farmer's market and see what fresh produce and everything. Matter of fact, I'll let him speak. Hold on.
We are running for our 9th year in the community, a youth-run farmers market. Our youth are right there in the Choice for All shirts. You guys can go back to the stand. They have been working tirelessly to make sure that we get this resource out there. So there's fresh fruits that come from out east. So you get them from the farmers and bring them right here to the neighborhood. So please go ahead and check out. All the proceeds go back to the farmers in the community to make sure that we can make that happen. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, sir. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Make sure y'all go by and visit the farmers market. It's been going on for about 8 or 9 years. And I'm so proud of Jacob. As a young man, he's dedicated to the community. And we have to support people like him because he's our future. When we hand the baton over and it's not our term anymore, he's going to be the person that we can depend on. So y'all make sure y'all go over there and see his tent. It's over in the corner back there. Thank you. Wait a minute, hold on 1 second. Before y'all leave, we have one more dignitary that just showed up. Come on up, sir. Delano Chitty, will you do the honor, sir?
Absolutely. Everyone, I'd like to introduce County Legislator Steve Rhodes. He came in to give his support. He is also the chair of the Minority Affairs Legislative Committee for the county. I'd like to say a few words for you.
Good morning. How'd everybody run? Raise your hand if you ran the race. Right? Good job. Good job. I just want to say a big thank you to the Roosevelt Chamber of Commerce, to everyone that had a hand in today's event. We know that COVID has been absolutely devastating to many communities, but none more so than our African American community. The opportunity to be able to raise awareness, to highlight the importance of nutrition and access to medical care is absolutely critical. And as we move forward, all of us in government need to be focusing on making sure that we have the resources needed to be able to combat this virus. So I want to thank you for standing up and taking an active part in today's event, for getting out there and running that race.
Roosevelt Unity in the Community 5K run walk to battle COVID. As we know, COVID has affected the country, the world, our country, and specifically the African American / minority communities. There's various reasons why it has affected our community, but we do know that it's because of the underlying health condition that has plagued so many of us: hypertension, bad nutritional habits, and obesity, to just name a few. We feel at the Roosevelt Chamber of Commerce that this event will bring awareness to these factors, which can help us out in the future. Anything else comes along like this, that we will be able to battle this. It's going to be a great day, and we wish that all of you will come out and support this great event. Thank you.
You just finished the race in Funk Walk. Tell us how you feel about the sightseeing and the whole thing against COVID.
It feels beautiful to be reminded of the great art that Roosevelt has created. We came together as a family and created to make and change the neighborhood, bringing new things to the neighborhood and becoming better. All of this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Andreas. He had a vision for this. He made it happen, and I'm excited to be here with this man today. Thank you so much.
I decided to show up today just to let everybody know that COVID-19 is real, and we have to be here to help support our minorities and really put out the information so that we all stay nice and safe and healthy.